Ballad of Joe Hills, and then what's left to sing?
Who's the guy who can conquer death? That's Joe Hills. He plays for Nashville when he plays Minecraft. That's Joe Hills. That's Joe Hills.
There are strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who moil for gold. The Arctic trails have the secret sails that would make your blood run cold. The northern lights have seen strange sights, but the strangest they ever did see was that night on the marge of Lake Laborde. I cremated Sam McGee. Now Sam McGee was from Tennessee, where the cotton blooms and blows, while he left his home in the south to roam round the pole, God only knows. He was always cold, but the land of gold seemed to hold him like a spell, though he'd often say in his homely way that he'd sooner live in hell. On a Christmas day we were mushing our way over the Dawson Trail. Talk of your cold through the Parker's boat, it stabbed like a driven nail. If our eyes we'd close and the lashes froze till sometimes we couldn't see. It wasn't much fun, but the only one to whimper was Sam McGee. And that very night as we lay packed tight in our robes beneath the snow, and our dogs were fed and the stars o'erhead were dancing heel and toe, he turned to me and cat says he, I'll cash in this trip I guess. And if I do, I'm asking that you won't refuse my last request. Well, it seemed so low that I couldn't say no. Then he says with a sort of moan, it's a cursed cold and it's got right hold till I'm chilled clean through to the bone. Yet tain't being dead, it's my awful dread of the icy grave that pains. So I want you to swear that foul or fair you'll cremate my last remains. A pal's last need is a thing to heed, so I swore I would not fail. And we started on at the streak of dawn, but God, he looked ghastly pale. He crouched on the sleigh and he raved all day of his home in Tennessee. And before nightfall, a corpse was all that was left of Sam McGee. Hey! There wasn't a breath in that land of death, then I hurried horror-driven, with a corpse half hid that I couldn't get rid because of a promise given. It was lashed to the sleigh and it seemed to say, you may tax your brawn and brains, but you promised true and it's up to you to cremate those last remains. Now a promise made is a debt unpaid, and the trail has its own stern code. In the days to come, though my lips were dumb, in my heart how I curse that load. In the long, long night, by the low firelight, while the huskies round in a ring howled out their woes to the homeless snows. Oh God, how I loathe the thing. And every day that quiet clay seemed to heavy and heavier grow. And on I went, though the dogs were spent and the grub was getting low. The trail was bad and I felt half mad, but I swore I would not give in. And I'd a grin. Till I came to the march of Lake Lebarge and a derelict valet. It was jammed in the ice and I saw in a trice it was called the Alice May. And I looked at it and I thought a bit and I looked at my frozen chum. Then here said I with a sudden cry is the crematorium. Someplace I tore from the cabin floor, and I lit the boiler fire. Some coal I found that was lying around, and I hit the fuel high. The flames just soared, and the furnace roared. Such a blaze you seldom see. And I burrowed a hole in the glowing coal, and I stuffed in Sam McGee. Then I made a hike, for I didn't like to hear him sizzle so. And the heavens scowled, and the huskies howled, and the wind began to blow. It was icy cold, but the hot sweat rolled down my cheeks, and I don't know why. And the greasy smoke in an inky cloak went streaking down the sky. I do not know how long in the snow I wrestled with grisly fear. But the stars came out and they danced about. Here again I ventured near. I was sick with dread, but I bravely said I'll just take a peep inside. I guess he's cooked and it's time I looked, and the door I opened wide. And there sat Sam looking cool and calm in the heart of the furnace roar. And he wore a smile, you could see a mile, and he said, please close that door. It's fine in here, but I greatly fear you'll let in the cold and storm. Since I left Plumtree down in Tennessee, it's the first time I've been warm. There are strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who moil for gold. The Arctic trails have the secret tales that would make your blood run cold. The northern lights have seen strange sights, but the strangest they ever did see was that night on the marge of Lake Lebarge. I cremated Sam McGee.
Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. We got some birds outdoors there. Let me turn that mic a little. There we go. There we go. Let's see. Someone here was shocked that I'm live on YouTube as well as Twitch. Yeah, the trick is don't sign a bad contract or Twitch for exclusivity. Hey, good morning, Queen Dark Lady. We also have some folks rolling in the YouTube chat. Kaname's Cocoa Pie, Nope Queen, Cien Flores, Pablo Contreras Caro, Smugless, Miranda Panda. That's a good name, Miranda Panda. Welcome, Chloe the Great and Powerful Daily Rooster, Nola A. Welcome, Charlium Gamer. Welcome, Iconic Anemone. Over in the Twitch chat again. Other Weasel 14 says that's some common background noise. Sure is. Welcome, Queen Dark Lady. I said that. Welcome. We can double welcome Queen Dark Lady. We can welcome Pachinko Hero, Alexis 87, Lemony, Eastman, Silver Apples, Darcy, Radiant Flow, Artemis. Woo. Okay, yeah. So thanks for your patience with the extra long setup music. I was trying to troubleshoot a printer on another continent because that's we're still working on the what do you call it, working on that immigration process for my fiance, and of course all the paperwork that we send over there is 8.5 by 11 to sign, and the paper over there is A4. So, I really appreciate my fiance being so patient while we got that sorted. But yeah. Woo! Next problem. Let's see. Also, Monday morning streams are like pretty heavily focused on correspondence. The rest of the coffee streams are still a little bit, let me check on stuff, catch up, make sure I'm starting the day right, hitting the ground running. So let's see, we've got some talk in here about the not replay mod, the voice chat mod I gotta jump in on. If you don't think pinning to a particular version is a problem, that's good data to consider. To consider, it's up to but from a technical standpoint, I can do whatever. I can do. That should be a period. Okay, cool. Next problem. Yep. New button just dropped. We should probably check to make sure the button actually, like, resets it. Okay. I don't know if a third light's gonna go out. Honestly, we were here for an hour and 45 minutes yesterday. And then, apparently, while I was trying to sort this other technical stuff, one of the lights went out. I'm pretty sure when I landed... Oh. That's one of the reasons I'm not concerned about it on my end. We just need to let people know if they're using the latest version of that mod to connect to other servers. It'll insta-kick them here unless they have a separate profile for our version. Alrighty, so let's see. How frequently is the voice mod updating these days? It used to be, for a while, it was like every week. Voice chat mod. Simple voice chat, I think it's called. If we go to files and we look at the upload dates, May 7th, show per page 50. May 7th, May 5th, April 21st, April 11th, April 3rd. It's like every 10 days still. April 2nd, April 1st. Okay, so that's 3 days in a row that he updated it there. March 31st. That's actually 4 days in a row he updated it. Then there's a release March 15th. Then there's a gap back to January 30th. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. Okay. Yep, this is the new machine that gives diamonds in addition to bragging rights. Honestly, I was just kind of curious how long it takes for a light to go out. And this is a good place for me to AFK. Yeah, the birds are hyper today. I don't know if it's the weather or what. Hey, Evanetta, good luck with your new job tomorrow. That's very exciting. I always liked starting new jobs. I get excited about meeting new people in general, and Evan says I feel like a Nepo baby because every job I ever had, my dad set up for me. I mean, I will say that my dad told Quinn and I, the two oldest siblings, you two can be whatever you want. I'm gonna make sure you go to college. And he made sure we went to college whether we wanted to or not. And then we had no contacts in the industries we wanted to break into. And it was basically a decade or more of debt and economic misery. And so then for the third and fourth kids, my dad's like, hey, I work in plastics. Your older siblings have ruined lives, basically, because of this economic system we live in. Why don't you both go get degrees in chemical engineering so I can help you get jobs so that you can afford to buy homes and get married and things like that. And they live much easier and happier lives. I mean, I worked very hard to get to where I am today, and I'm still... Every month, I'm like, I don't know what happens if I can't pay for rent. Oh, I do know what happens. I'll take more money out of my retirement fund at a huge tax hit. So, I mean, don't feel bad about your dad helping you get a job, because I've seen, two older siblings who the dad did not help get a job. Complete, financial, It's really hard to claw your way out of tens of thousands of dollars of student debt and establish yourself when you have no connections. And, meanwhile, the other siblings that, went and studied that stuff, they're doing great. My dad helped them get jobs because he knew a million people in that industry. And, yeah, no, they're doing great. So, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't feel guilty about having that opportunity. I really want and this is one of those things where, I want my kid to have opportunities in whatever industry she wants to work in. And if there's anything I can do to help her connect with those right people, then that'll be something I help with. Badger Spanner says, I'm the anti-Nepo baby. My dad was blacklisted in our industry, and I was too because I was his daughter. Well, that's a great reason to move to the United States, where, hopefully, I guess it probably, move to another country and change your name, Badger, would be my advice. Nope Queen says, it's only, you'd only be a Nepo baby if he was getting you into a job for which you are not qualified. Exactly. You can be a Nepo adult about this. You can be a Nepo professional about this. You know? Like, it's the baby part that's actually the biggest problem. If you go in there and you're like, wow, my parents need to protect me from all the mean people, but wow, like, stay out of my way. My dad's important. Wow, then that's the problem. That's the biggest problem. But like, if your parents are helping ensure that you are trained, educated, and hardworking, because like people who have like worked hard to establish themselves, teaching their kids to work hard to establish themselves is not a problem to me. But you gotta work on your you gotta show up and prove that you're there to work, that you're there to get things done, because and you're there to learn. If you come in and you're like, oh, I already know everything, my dad does this, it's like, no, you don't. You're not your dad. You know. So yeah. So take advantage of the opportunities your parents worked hard to get you, but don't squander them by being a baby about it. Which I don't think you will. You've always carried yourself very well in this stream, in the chat. But this is just a broader thing, because this is a topic we're discussing for the benefit of everyone. I'm not just trying to call you out here, Evan. Evan says, I'm confident that I can do this work well. Great. That's fantastic. Oh, wait, I was like, I need to go to bed. I'm standing on a bed. Okay. Mr. Hardluck says, my mother ran a landscaping company for decades, and I can barely even mow my own lawn. I mean, I feel like I don't know. I don't want to speak out of turn here, Mr. Hardluck, but I feel like that's like me saying my mom ran a dry cleaning shop for 30 years and I can barely wash my own socks. I mean, I guess it's probably an exaggeration at that point, but like at a certain level, like being able to like wash your own clothes or cook your own meals or push a mower around a lawn feels. I'm gonna assume that you're exaggerating, because never mind. I'm responding to something that you're saying in jest, and my brain is. I'm still waking up. Hey, .bit Gaming, welcome. Chloe the Great and Powerful says, I work at a university and the amount of multi-generation employees is huge. People love to do what their parents do. If you're qualified and you get the job, it's your hard work that got you there. Well, and that's the thing, too, is that, like, a lot of finding a good employee is based around trust, right? And so, if your parents' coworkers, like, saw you working, you know, when you were in high school at the movie theater or the diner or whatever, and they're like, wow, that kid works hard. And then, you know, they're like, they hear your parents saying, oh, he's going off to college and he's doing all these extracurriculars and he's working hard. And then you come in and you apply for a job with them. They're going to say, I've heard about you for years. I've heard that you worked hard. You know, back when you were in high school, I remember thinking, wow, that kid's working their butt off. Wow. You know, so, like, maybe this is somebody that we want to have work with us. Like, I don't know. Thinking way too hard in the morning is the Joe Hill's difference. Thank you, Mr. Hardluck, for noticing. Shun Macaroon says, don't ask a carpenter to build his own house. I mean, in fairness, that's why my website is the base WordPress theme. Like, if you go to joehills.net, part of the... Like, my website is literally a joke. Like, if you don't know that that's like the base WordPress theme from 2014, you won't get it. But like as somebody who works as a developer, like with people that do WordPress plugins and custom themes and stuff, like you would think, oh, okay, somebody who develops custom themes for a living would have a website with the most custom themes, showcasing all that. I'm like, nope, nope. This cobbler's child is going unshod. This we are not doing this. I'm either like, yeah. It's like I have made like a few CSS tweaks. I took the photograph that's in the header that I really like. Like if y'all want to take a second to look at that photograph. I actually took this at the steeplechase. Probably, I guess when Corinne was a baby. So I took this photograph about a decade ago. There's actually a video I made at the steeplechase of me making up horse poetry at the time. Bit Gaming says, are you just camping the button? Not the entire stream, but just for right now while I go through my email and stuff. But yeah, so the part where the grass is... So technically the grass is equally green on both sides. So to me, this photograph is kind of a visual joke. Because there's that old saying, the grass is always greener on the other side. But in this case, it's green on both sides. But it's a lot messier on my side. Chloe the Great and Powerful tips 14 and says, take the hot. I don't know what take the hot is. Is that a play on hot take? I don't know. But either way, thank you very much, Chloe the Great and Powerful, for our first tip of the stream. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Chloe the Great and Powerful tips another 7 and says, out of the hot bar. I don't know how I didn't see that coming. that's the most obvious thing. That was a two-parter. Thank you, Chloe the Great and Powerful. I'm taking the hot out of the hot bar here. Like, when somebody is like, I'm gonna tell you a joke. Oh no. It's air conditioner season. No. Anyway. Yeah, people are starting to turn on their air conditioner, so it's gonna be too hot for me to keep the window open. But I was gonna say, if somebody tells me I'm gonna tell you a joke, and then they start telling me a joke, I'm like trying to guess the punchline, because I write jokes and I'm curious what the punchline of their joke is gonna be. But if somebody just says something and I'm like, what? And then they say something else and it's just hilarious. It just blows me over. Evan Netta tipping 15 new Israeli shekels, which comes out to 4 US abacus beads, says, hot take the... Okay, so now I don't know where that's going. People are just gonna... It's fine. It's fine. That puts us now 15 away from our next face camera expansion milestone. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Yeah, I love the bird microphone, but... Oh, you know what, though? I'm not listening to this after the filtering. I'm hearing it pre-processed. The same thing I'm using to cut out the road noises might be cutting out a lot of the air conditioning noises from the air conditioning units nearby. Huh. So I might be able to keep doing this. Oh yeah, just like that band, Air Conditioning District of Columbia. Wyvern's Flight says, yeah, I'm not getting a lot of AC noise. Yeah, that's right. I forgot I had put a filter on that second mic to pull the low stuff out. Also, because that mic is mounted to the table, and so every time somebody picks up or puts down a cup, it would go straight through. NJ says, my brother worked with my dad as his boss, and my dad was harder on him than anything else. When they, presumably the employers, found out the relationship, they made my brother leave. Meanwhile, my brother and I worked together at a coffee shop a few years before that. He was treated like garbage by the management, and eventually I was too by association. Left the first second I could after that. By that point, I was practically running the place and made the new manager cry when he found out I had 4 days left. Lakshmi13 says, that's one of the hard things about being an immigrant. My parents knew everyone in Nepal. They were both teachers and headmaster. I went into teaching here, but knew no one. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Has the button been pressed by anybody besides Mumbo, says Gaming? I pressed it to make sure it was working, but I didn't know how it worked. So, when I pressed it, there was only one thing unlit, and it ticked back to all the way lit, and then immediately went to 1 unlit. So then, we hung out here for like 2 hours yesterday, and then nothing changed. But then shortly after I landed today, something did change. And I'm pretty sure it's not vintage beef just, coming to flip things. Evan says, did Mumbo come check on it? The problem is when Mumbo logs onto the server to work, it's usually... He wakes up early and works on the server usually. And they're 6 hours ahead in the UK. So let's say he wakes up at like 8 a.m. his time and gets to work. That's like 2 a.m. my time. So he could pull... And then I don't get on here until 8:30 a.m. my time. He could pull a 6-hour shift on the server just working on stuff, and I would literally never see him, because it's after I log out at night and before I log in the morning. Woo! There's a small victory. Badger has unbricked their dad's laptop, currently sitting here scanning and uninstalling bloatware and dodgy apps. Okay, yeah, you were saying it wouldn't even turn on before, so that's a huge improvement. Is the entity stocked as Clove Cuber? I don't know. Okay, let me check my email. So we can start actually doing building stuff. Comment was added to this document this week. Let's see. Music night. Man, the last few weeks of school are always just absolutely packed with events. Okay. Cool. All that's on the calendar. Do I like Yazoo beers? Yeah, Yazoo is a local brewery here in Nashville. I've been to their brewery at the old location. I haven't been to the new one yet, but they give a great tour. Let's see, we have 5 coming in. I think that's from NJ, who says, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this and go get coffee. Thank you very much, NJ. That puts us 10 away from our next face camera expansion milestone. So, yeah. So Yazoo is also great at, like, organizing cool events in the community. Like, I went to a big wheel race they sponsored one year for adults. If you don't know, a big wheel is like a tricycle with one huge wheel in the front. We did not do very well at that tricycle race. Ooh, someone's buying cards. Let's go bother Beef.
Where'd that sound come from?
Hi, Beef. I'm just hanging out with some birds here.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, it sounds beautiful.
Oh, it is. It is. Yeah, when the weather's nice, I set up... I've got a second mic for when my sister comes over to play guitar, and I point it out the window when she's not here, so I can get the bird songs.
Oh, nice. Sounds relaxing.
Oh, it is. It is. Yeah, I heard your music. Are you restocking all the packs?
Restocking the packs. So,
Ooh.
Item packs are available. The Hermit packs are now available with a chance to pull the alter ego cards are all included in the Hermit packs now. And I'm about to finish restocking the effect packs with, again, the alter ego cards randomly dispersed throughout the effect packs.
Oh, that is super exciting. I know everybody has been just waiting. So thank you so much for all your
Yeah.
hard work, Beef.
No problem. Thank you.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go Camp Mumbo's button a little bit more, so I'll be on the roof of the recycling place here if you need me.
All right. Sounds good.
See you, Beef.
Later.
Beef is like, I worked really hard to make a children's card game, and then these people want to just look at a button. They're gonna look at a button instead of playing a children's card game. Wow. Okay. Yeah, Yazoo's Sue is particularly good, but I also really like Yazoo's Dos Perros. You want to have that one with lime. It's like a Mexican-style beer. But yeah, and I'm not trying to like, so to answer Oh Lordy's question, though, I was going to say, you, like, supporting your local brewers is a great way to kind of stay in the ecosystem of your own community financially. But, like, you know, go to their tours, go to events they sponsor, hang out with your friends, like, you know, I don't know. I'm generally in favor of supporting local businesses whenever possible. Bum, bum, bum. But yeah. I did get 9 tokens yesterday to spend on new packs, but I'm still going... I'm going to let him finish his stuff, and I'm going to wait to open anything new until other people are around. He doesn't need people hassling him. Yeah, I am very excited about the IRL pack starting to ship, too. Oh, hey. Anybody who is, Anybody who is interested in Tennessee game days, tentative dates just went out yesterday afternoon. So I know that link is super sketchy looking. That's a link to the email they sent because it's not updated on their website yet. They haven't signed the contract with the hotel yet. And so, until they sign the contract, they are not going to, like, publish them on the website, but they did want people to know that they're, moving forward. Excuse me. So, let's see here. Basically, they want to do fall 2023, September 14th through 17th, and spring 2024, February 29th through March 3rd. So, that is pretty awesome. I am very pumped for that. So, I was worried that the fall one would be too close to some of the other stuff in October. And it's not. So that's really great. The thing is, we won't know until... We're kind of waiting to hear back from the card printer. Because they couldn't necessarily book the manufacturing time on some of the machines or plot all that out until they knew exactly how many cards they were going to be printing, right? And they only found that out on Saturday night at midnight. So yesterday was their first, like, business day in the office with the hard numbers. So they're contacting all the people they got to contact so that we can get a real estimate about when things will be shipping. I say a real estimate. Fall 2023 is a real estimate, but get a tighter estimate. You know what I mean? So, it would be fantastic if those cards were already in people's hands by September 14th through 17th, but I don't know either way yet. For sure. Like, for sure. Okay, so... Let's see, we have... Dotbit Gaming says, tentative date sounds like a new concept for a dating app. That would be really funny. JJ says, am I the only one in Minecraft to be comfortable? Only in Minecraft would one be comfortable standing next to a known ticking time bomb. Well, I mean, I've got a totem. And an elytra. I mean, I'm pretty fine, you know. Also, I mean, if the TNT started to detonate, I feel like we'd have some sort of visual indicator the thing wasn't going to blow up. Like, for example, this progress meter being all the way down there. Mahi0O says, technically September 14th is still summer. I mean, astronomically, yes, but, like, from a business standpoint, I feel like, I don't know, it's fine. So, okay. Did Mumbo also forgot to put the sound? Says Konami. Okay, if I hear one TNT start dropping, I'm gonna be out of here. I've got rockets in hand and a totem and an elytra on. I'm... like, unless I get stuck under the roof here. Also, I'm assuming that Mumbo designed this thing to implode and destroy the diamonds, not to explode and destroy Beef's shop and Pearl's thing here, right? So... Dotbit Gaming says fiscal seasons are different. Somebody's unloading a truck. Yay, the city. Once again, I think the low frequency noises should be getting filtered out on that second mic, so. Sonic says in Mumbo's video he didn't test the thing thoroughly, so maybe he'll detonate it at the wrong time. I feel like... he'd really have to, he'd really have to screw up to have it detonate at the wrong time. I don't know. Carlo says, how are the new cars, Mr. Joe? I think they're really great. Okay, so... anyway, I'm trying to go through all the stuff I gotta go through. Lakshmi13 says, if you watch Mumbo's video, he didn't leave us feeling confident of anything positive. Well, that's why I don't watch Mumbo's video in this case. I don't want to be spoiled. Especially when I can go, he left the back of the thing open. We can literally just walk in here. Uh-oh. The hot guy's gone. Aw. So somebody has been here. But he didn't bother closing it up. I also put double doubloons in there at this point. There's twice as many. Somebody wanted to know what the signs say. You get nothing. Mahi says you're giving Mumbo too much credit in the design. He just put a bunch of TNT on top. It's gonna go everywhere. Oh, really? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Uh-oh. Sun's getting real low. Well, let's go ahead and take advantage of this rain to fly around. Update some chunks here. Oh no, we're above a desert, so I can't actually use my trident. No, come on. No, Beef is making the rain go away. So my trident will stop working. That's okay, Beef. I forgive you. I was gonna say, I haven't really been over here very much, so it might be good to try and load some of these chunks for Bobby Mod. Hey, we got a tip rolling in. Let's see who that's from. It's from Sharf, who says, glad to see the button has claimed its first victim. Presumably the Scar poster. Good morning, Mr. Joe of the Hills. Thank you very much. That puts us 10 away for the next face camera expansion. After this one, expand. So thank you very much to Sharf for that tip, getting us to the second expansion of the stream. Woo! I don't remember this cove. I don't think I've been over here. There's pumpkins just lying around. There's a thing up there. Okay. Where are we? Negative 53,000. Wow, you fly really fast with the trident when it's raining. Anyway, the face camera expansion milestone is 10 away. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay. I've only got 28 rockets on me. So as I'm thinking this through, I should probably turn back now, assuming that I'm going... Wait, hold on. Oh boy. I went really far. It's crazy easy to forget how quickly you can go with tridents in the rain. Okay. I'm so sorry, Nolo, that you're having to deal with that. Our legislature here has been a pain, too. Wait, hold on. Is that number supposed to be going... Okay, that number's supposed to be going down. We are so close to being out of rockets. At least we're loading new chunks for the Bobby mod. Well, we were. Okay, well that's probably a good sign now that I'm getting back to areas that I've been to before. Yeah, that cove would have made a great base location. Although it's kind of far out. Like, this season we're trying to build closer together. With the exception of Beef and his, exotic card game platform. You can get 300 meters a second with a trident, says Mahi Zero. That's 10 times a Lytra rocket spam speed. Wow, I didn't realize that. Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect to get out this far, honestly. This is... We're gonna save some rockets while we're flying over the ocean here. Oh, we need to get those lighting glitches patch fixed, too. Okay, so there's a monument that's probably already been looted. Do. Nola says, worst part is my uncle is a legislator sponsoring some of this nonsense. I'm gonna ruin the next early function he's at. That sucks that he won't listen to you on this. Okay, so this flying off thing, I was like, I've been sitting in one place too long. I'm just gonna fly around. This is less around than I was hoping. Okay. Bum 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 ba da na 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 dun 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 dun. Oh. No, we weren't as far away as I thought. I didn't realize Cleo's base was all the way out at negative 3,000. I thought... I guess that makes sense, though. Hey, we got another 5 rolling in from Mini Cheese Mouse who says, Happy Tuesday, Joe! Well, thank you very much, Mini Cheese Mouse. That gets us 5 away from our next Face Gamer expansion milestone. Okay, I don't know why you're yelling in all caps. Account created 21 hours ago. Yeah, you're acting weird. I'm not gonna time you out. But if your account is less than 24 hours old and you're acting weird, you're probably not gonna get timed out. You're gonna get banned. That's not a good way to live. Dun, 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 dun. So the reason I have all this stuff in my inventory was that once I was done checking all my messages and stuff, which I think I am now, I was going to go back here to work on this stuff right here. How about a birthday prank for Cleo? I don't really want to be on Cleo's radar right now. I've actually got something cooking that I don't want her to notice I'm working on, and doing a prank would call attention to that. So I'm gonna maybe not do that. I'm long gaming something. And I've worked very hard on it this far, and I don't want to jeopardize it. Okay, I feel like this mic is further that way than it normally would be. Yeah, okay, that's gonna be good. Vin Shoken says, "Let him cook." Thank you, Vin Shoken. La da da da, dun 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 dun, do do do, da 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 da. Okay. Maybe just a gift. I think every day is a gift. That's why we call it the present. Okay, so the thing is, I literally just got up here and I need to make progress on this build, or like we need to get to the internal parts of this, and I have to have a certain amount of the outside done, so it doesn't look like I just abandoned it. So I'm gonna move forward with my current plan. My entire inventory. Hey, welcome, Evil Notion. I was just telling folks that I am working on pixel art on the side of my deep field pinball machine. I'm not sure the last time you were here. If you, let's see, I can pull up the Photoshop file. Where is that? So basically, I've got one continuous photograph that I'm using as a reference. And so this is the right side of the pinball machine back box is on the far right of that photograph there. I've gone down through here. And then I've gone around the front. Evil Notion says, "Dang, that looks so good, Joe." Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it's coming along. I'm doing the panel where I spray painted the name on the prototype last, because I like having it say Deep Field there. But, yeah. People in chat are like, "Joe, go do this. Joe, go do that." And I'm like, my inventory is full of literally all the blocks I need for this project and nothing else. I'm gonna work on this project. I'm trying. The point of the morning coffee stream is to get some momentum on the day. So let's do some stuff. Nate C in the YouTube chat says, "Looks ambitious." Thank you. Yes, this is. I'm trying to get this done by the end of the calendar year. And we haven't even started working on the playfield or most of the components on the inside yet. I just cut out where the subwoofer is going to point out the bottom. And I got some of the plywood striations in. I'm pretty happy with how it's going on the whole, but this is a project that I scaled based on the fact that we had a really short season last year, and we're doing a long season this time around. Whoops. So, this is supposed to be a project that takes a long time. Evil Notion says, I know they're nowhere near the same, but one day I'd love to have a V-pin table. So, you know, I was talking to Beef about this. Apparently, somebody in his wife's family actually makes V-pin tables for a living. Which I'm just like, whoa, that's wild. But yeah, V-pin tables are awesome. It's, .bit Gaming says, what's a V-pin table? That's a virtual pinball table. So, let's say that you wanted to play, like, Pinball FX3. You could actually have something that you shake, rattle, and roll. Oh, here's my diamonds. I was gonna say, I think the planes are really loud. We need to go buy pork chops real quick. Yeah, the playfield is a monitor, and the back glass is also a monitor. It's really fun. The biggest thing with those, though, is one of the best upshots of playing pinball for me is that I'm tracking things at different focal distances when I'm playing. Like, stuff is moving around, and it's not just on a screen, right? So, as somebody who, like, spends a lot of time editing or playing video games for a living, looking at computers all day. No, there's a car alarm. 1, 2, 3... 4. Is that right? Yeah, that's 4. Okay, cool. As somebody who looks at monitors all day, like, I really want to look at physical things when I'm, like, trying to unwind at the end of the day. Hey, Badger, glad you got the laptop fixed. Enjoy your coffee. Like, I still think having a V-pin would be a lot of fun to, like, practice real games with my kid that we don't necessarily have access to IRL easily, but yeah, it's I mean, building a V-pin cabinet would be a fun project. That'd probably be one of the things I would do if I had a workshop. I'm kind of like, one of my long-term streaming goals is, instead of streaming out of a spare, so I used to stream out of a closet. Now I'm streaming out of a spare bedroom. One day I'd like to stream out of a garage and be able to have, like, a real workshop in there. And, like, build stuff like V-pin cabinets and, like, test stuff for, like... So, like, this machine. Like, I'd love to build a test playfield for it. Evil Notion says there's a company here in Michigan that CNCs Williams wide body cabinets for V-pin cabinet repair, but they're like $1,300 for just the cabinet. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, the playfield I'm designing for this game, I've been sketching it out for a few months now. I'm feeling better and better about it, but I'm trying to design it in such a way that if I built it in real life, I'd probably still have to make some tweaks. I'd probably learn some things having built it, but I would want it to be basically recognizable and playable. .bit Gaming says maybe when your daughter is old enough to drive, you can move someplace cheaper. The thing is, .bit Gaming, that's 2 years before she's going to college, at which point I can definitely move somewhere cheaper. So, like, moving an extra time in the middle of her high school years. Also, like, moving a kid in the middle of high school is kind of like a jerk move. Like, I don't know. If it's just because I want to have a garage. I can't wait until you... I want to have a garage so bad I have to move when you're in the middle of high school instead of waiting until you graduate. Like, that just kind of feels like... I don't know. That's not how I want to live my life. You know? I'm in this streaming thing for the long haul. You know, I've been streaming since 2008, and... So, what is that? 15 years already. She's going to be done with high school in about 8 years. That's like half the time I've been streaming. Like, that's not that long, you know? I'll wait. I mean, if I could afford to upgrade now, living in the same area, so she wouldn't have to change schools, then yeah. But, like, it's just not. Like, Nashville's a very expensive city, so falling apart apartment building is gonna be what we can afford for right now. So let's see. But that's probably a good time to remind people that this is a viewer-supported stream. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay, so I need to pull up the different, I need to pull up the camera feed from the camera account so I can tell where on this thing I am in third-person mode. So I'm launching Minecraft on my laptop now. I'm going to plug in the Elgato cable. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Da 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 da. Gonna connect to HermitCraft Season 9. Joe Hill sees joined the game. Okay, we'll activate the Elgato PCI card. Wow. Okay, so I can see where I am. With the camera account here. And then I can zoom in on the Photoshop file and see what the picture looks like. Looks like we are somewhere over there. Looks like, oh good, I left a marker of where I was. That'll save me some shrubs. Okay, I can confirm I am definitely above those blocks there in particular. Oh wait, hold on. Okay. Oh, okay, I'm standing right there. And it looks like there is nothing... No points of interest between me and the next bit over there. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And we are also going to put those on top of that. Toxic Glitter says, can confirm moving in high school is a terrible move for a child. Yeah, I mean, if I absolutely had to, because of, like, financial problems, then, you know, I do what I have to do. But, like, just doing something because it would be nice to have more space. Yeah, I can wait an extra 2 years. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. The other thing is that if commercial real estate keeps getting cheaper because of the pandemic, like if this return to office thing falls through, it might be cheaper for me to get an off-site studio, like within walking distance of my apartment. So 1, 2, and then so we are up 2 blocks over from there. So we are on top of that block? No, we are on top of this. Yeah, that tracks. And then... Oh, no we're not. We're actually up higher, aren't we? Okay. Okay, we are standing here. Actually, now that I'm looking at this properly, yes. And there are no points of interest in there either, so we can just go straight across with the concrete powder. Morning Moon Roses. Welcome, Khakis. Glad you're enjoying the pinball machine. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. Okay. That makes it look like my math is off about that thing. That thing is supposed to be higher up in relation to that. Okay, let's zoom out here on the side camera, and of course it's getting to be nighttime. So we need to go lay our heads down and dream. Topbit Gaming says, you took that in the worst way possible. I meant when she's out and on her own. Well, the thing is, like, I don't think that changes my answer, though. Like, the thing about, like, living in the city is like, you know, where you go to school is partially based on where you live. And if there were, like, we couldn't necessarily move somewhere cheaper that would be drivable without leaving? Like, there's enough buses and stuff. Like, if we're trying to move somewhere that a car would impact, I guess I guess maybe things work differently where you live, but it doesn't. There's no situation where having a car would let us live somewhere cheaper. That doesn't also mean changing schools. So I guess I did misinterpret that, but like I don't. The thing that, or I'm not sure. But I guess in theory, if we live somewhere with... There's probably some places where her being able to drive would mean that you could live somewhere cheaper, but I don't... That's just not, like, it doesn't make sense to me in terms of, like, how things work here. I think the answer is still the same. But there could be places where that would be true. So I wasn't trying to, like, answer that in an uncharitable way. I just was answering that in a way that makes sense for the way the rules work. Yeah, Moonrose says, like, yeah, like, if you moved to Arkansas, cost of living would be cheaper. Yeah, but moving to Arkansas would mean changing schools, right? Morning, Taiki1410. Ken Jensen. Glad to have you in the Twitch chat. Electra310 says, good morning, Joe and chat. Is it still ungodly hot in Nashville? It's actually not bad this morning. It'll get hotter later. But we are going to reach a point where the window camera, we can't necessarily have that open all the time. We're not there yet, so I'm enjoying it while it lasts. Driving age is not 18 here. No, it's 16. But, like I said, that's so close to graduation. Caroline says, I'm in the same situation where my boyfriend lives 40 minutes away and my son starts school next year. We have no idea if we'd be able to move before he starts or not. Housing is so expensive everywhere. Yeah, that's the other thing, is housing has gotten really expensive everywhere. So, I don't know. Like, I'm looking at, like, after she goes to college, moving to Scotland type of thing. Not like... It's not like, oh, okay, I'll move a little further outside of town. It's... I'm going to change countries. I don't know. Anyway, Richard sent 20 and says, Happy Tuesday. Thank you very much, Richard. That gets us 15 past our next phase camera expansion milestone, so here we go. Expand. Do, 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 do. Nola says you can live a frugal lifestyle in any kind of population density if you make it a priority and make the most of the resources available. Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, the thing is, though, a frugal lifestyle doesn't necessarily... like, what I'm trying to talk about is, like... or what I'm just... or... basically, getting the space to do, like, a studio with a workshop in it would not be especially frugal here. Like, having your own garage is a wealthy people thing in the city, right? So, I'd be more likely to be able to buy a storefront, like, that closed down. Like, you know, we joke about me buying a Wendy's, but I might be able to rent a failed Wendy's cheaper than I could get a home with a garage. Right? Somebody says, today's the 16th. Lol. Okay, let me change the stream title then. I will do that. I was dealing with some tech problems at the beginning of the stream, which is why we had so much lead-in music. May 16th. Done. Update. Excuse me. Okay. Badger says frugal lifestyle with the need for high-speed internet doesn't really exist. Well, I mean, I'm also paying for business class internet either way, so because of my thing. So, yeah. Bama Girl says, morning, Joe. Love seeing the progress you made since last night. Thank you. Yeah, we're just restocking our concrete powder real quick. Kawaii Kitty King says, like, I live in a village and the nearest store and school is 40 miles away. I would avoid that as much as possible. Yeah, I don't want to live 40 miles away from anything. Especially, morning, Doc. Moving to a rural location would be cheap in some respects, but you might have to pay to have the internet installed. Yeah, like to have them run cables, or like Vintage Beef has like a satellite on a tower or something he uses for uploads. Or like a, and then I think he uses cellular for his day-to-day playing. Because you can get really fast satellite upload. So like satellite internet has high capacity but high latency. So if you're trying to upload a huge file, it's way, like a video. And I don't know if he still does this. This was years ago. He was talking about this, I think. But like you can upload a video really fast on satellite, but for like playing the game, you know, he would use cellular. But that has like a data cap that he would hit immediately if he was uploading videos on cellular. So it's like, yeah, I'd have two internets at that point. Yeah, fuel costs go up because you gotta drive everywhere, you gotta have a car. Like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna replace my car when it goes. Cavman says that explains why Beef has such lag problems. Yeah, he lives in rural Canada. Nola says, I'd like my next phase of life to be in a slightly bigger city. I've done my time in a small town and rural. Well, hey, Nola, I don't know what your skill set is work-wise, but, like, Nashville is a great city that's still relatively close to your family, based on what you said about them living in Alabama, but like has a very friendly scene here. I don't know if you've seen my sister Quinn's streams, but she could talk to you more about that firsthand. But yeah, it's admittedly still a red state, but it's a very welcoming city. Do-do-do-do. Okay. Mantic Egg says, I think we live in just the right area. Enough people to know humanity exists, but not enough people that I feel crowded. Oh, that's true. And y'all are close enough to the big cities like Philadelphia and New York and stuff that, you know, you have a lot of options for things if you want to go do stuff. Okay, so we are standing... Oh my gosh, did I waste an entire night cycle? Okay, we're fine. We're gonna go lay our heads down and dream, and then we're going right back up. We need to place some blocks for Rizzle. Nola says if I have to leave the whole state, I'd rather make finding a new... Okay, so I'm filling in some gaps here. If I leave the whole state, I'd rather make finding one with an LGBTQ accepting legislature a priority. Narrow down my options while trying to choose a grad school so known to Nashville, I'm afraid. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's true. If you're going to do something in particular, like grad school, then yeah, definitely cast a further out net. Toxic Glitter suggests Massachusetts in particular. And in the Discord chat, saying it's both welcoming and great for grad school. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Do, 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 do. Mini Cheese Mouse says, we live in a medium-sized town for Scotland. It's the main town in our area, so it has good rail links and enough local stores you don't often have to leave the immediate area. Yet not having good rail links is one of the things that's killing me about Nashville. We have no... what do you call it? We have no passenger trains. Massachusetts is way better for transit than Nashville is. Like, we were able to get from the beach to Salem on a train every day. In Nashville, the only way to get on a train is to literally, like, cling to the side of one and hope they don't notice you because you'll get arrested. Welcome, Tenny Demon Slayer. Glad you could join us. Yeah, Chattanooga has great rails. Whole song about it. Thanks, Manty Gag. Welcome, Lone Courier. Okay, so we are standing diagonally next to this dot marked here. And so we need to go how many blocks until we hit that next point of interest there? 12. Okay. So 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 7, 1, 2, 8, 1, 2, 9, 1, 2, 10, 1, 2, 11, 1, 2, 12. Okay, so then we are gonna put down these two black terracotta. Okay. Okay. Bum ba dum ba dum bum 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 ba da da. Dee da dee. Thanks, backing up truck. I appreciate you. Actually, let me eyeball this a little. And tweak that. Gray terracotta going here. Whoops, that's cool. Gray terracotta going here and here. Brown concrete going here. Nola says, one time I visited a friend in Jersey City, New Jersey, and brought my car. I was worried the whole time about parking. Went another time without the car and actually had fun and traveled easily. Yeah, every time I've gone to, like, Boston or Chicago or any other major city like that, having the car was more of a liability and more of a stress. I definitely prefer to travel without the car whenever possible. Okay. Nope, that was too high. Brown terracotta. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, that's the charcoal blocks. Okay. Badger says, so weird hearing sparrows on the stream. There used to be loads here. And Ellis writes, bird stream, 10 out of 10, heart. Okay. So, let's see here. This whole shape. I actually think we want to have block of coal here. Yeah. And then gray terracotta up there. Well, just one actually, maybe. Black terracotta actually. Belagal, yeah, that's the photo that I'm basing this off of. So I took a photo and I rescaled it and cropped it down. Like, I matted out the parts that's not the pinball machine parts. And then I've got on the side over here, my camera thing. It's not converted to a Minecraft block palette. I'm eyeballing it as I go. So this didn't start off as pixel art. It's a photograph that I'm turning into pixel art. This is the art part of that. Okay, so I'm assuming that that's this bit up there. Yeah, that's that. Okay, great, great, great. So then we can take that all the way back over. Great. Okay. Now that is done. Let's fly in real quick so I can see that better. The angle with the glare is not great on my computer here. Okay, yeah, because that's going to have like kind of a dusty trail look across there. But then that's 3 up until that next bit. Well, no, it's 2 up from here. Okay. Yeah, okay, okay. I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing it. So, either way, though, we can take these, go back here until we hit the next, next bit. That's important. You know what? I'm gonna revise that. We're gonna do a brown terracotta here and then a black terracotta above it. No, wait, hold on. Yeah. Then that's gonna be brown concrete here. Black terracotta above it. Kind of looks like that extends out there a bit too. The dark colors kind of blend together in awkward ways. So, brown concrete again. More black terracotta on top. Brown terracotta here. Sun's getting real low. So let's go get our rockets out. Rockets out. Burning out of fuel out here alone. So yeah, you can see that's what the machine looks like from the side there. We turned it into concrete with the water at the end. It just takes too much time to... since we're working from the bottom up anyway, there's no real advantage to making concrete blocks from the powder in advance. It's just easier to throw a bucket on it at the end. So, if we take advantage of the new day to go look at the other side... Badger posted a link to something. Why did sparrows leave London? Apparently, it has been blamed on London's air pollution. A sudden disappearance of 25 of the huge number of sparrows from the center of London 25 years ago is odd. Well, that's not ideal. Anyway, so this is what it looks like on the other side where we've already like turned the concrete powder into concrete. The idea is to give it kind of a matte look. Like, or not matte, a glossy black look. It does look kind of starry when it's powder, but for what we're trying to accomplish, trying to make it look like the art on the side of a pinball machine, you get a lot more, excuse me, out of it this way. It feels more like the glossy art on the side of a pinball machine once you add the water. Yeah, the powder texture definitely looks cool. And I'm happy to have it while we're in progress on here. It's just, for what I'm trying to accomplish artistically, it's a great intermediate step, but not the end result I'm going for. Thank you, Loud Brakes truck. Okay. So, we are standing on top of... Let's move the ruler to mark where we're standing here so we can see that easier. Okay. Okay, so that means we need to go... Looks like... Oh, that's kind of... So we're going to do... Charcoal, black terracotta, actually. Okay. don't think that's right. Hold on. I messed this up somehow. How, though? Why do I have an extra block down there that doesn't fit? So that's supposed to match up with that, which is nowhere near. Somehow I got off on my measurements with the elevation. No, I mean, no, that's okay. Hey, just looks like we are hitting the hour. It is 10 a.m. here in U.S. Central Time. Just as a reminder, tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay, so let's zoom in on the camera. Count. So you can see that easier. Ah! As I fall. Wait, what was Doc saying? Yellow tunnel all the way at the end. Okay. Okay, so we're back here. And it looks to me like I screwed this up. Yeah, I did. Okay, so this is, the offset here is not quite right. Okay. So let's fix this. Okay, so that is actually supposed to be one of these. No, it's not. Is anything supposed to be anything? Okay, how did I do this? Yeah, suddenly having some scaffolding blocks here would be helpful. Packed ice is gonna make me slide, isn't it? What's cheap that I have a lot of in case I lose it? We have more green concrete than we need, and we know that's not part of this right here. Okay, so let's come out here real quick. Okay, so this is where I screwed up. That is supposed to be aligned with that more. Yeah, okay. Unknown person says, greetings from Turkey. Greetings to Turkey. I hope you took the chance to vote in the latest election and continue to vote in the upcoming runoff. Like, somebody has to be a pretty bad leader in terms of locking up people who criticize him for me to hear about them in Tennessee. But wow, Erdogan does not seem great, and I am excited for your people's opportunity to get him out of there. That construction fiasco, too, with, like, the what do you call them? Corrupt developers not keeping things up to earthquake codes. That's stupid. It's like you have one job when you're trying to run a country like that, and that's to make sure that when your friends are fleecing poor people, they don't accidentally kill thousands of them. Because otherwise, you can't keep justifying fleecing poor people. And so it's like, top to bottom, like, it's time for a change there, and I really wish you the best. Okay. Brown concrete. So we want brown terracotta in here. Okay. So that will fix that problem. So then we're gonna have this going above here. Whoops. That bird is like right out there. Are you mad at me, bird? I hear him, but I don't see him. He sounds like he's right there. Bearberry, yeah, it sounds like, yeah, you've got your own problems where you're living. Yes, if you have the ability to get Vladimir Putin out of power, that seems like a very, very good thing for you and your countrymen. And if you don't have that ability today, I hope that your efforts in that direction are fruitful soon. See, I'm actually looking at this. I think we actually want to go like that. Block of coal. Yeah, that's way better. That's way better. Brown concrete here and here, I think. No. That's brown terracotta we want. It's just me online too, so we gotta go lay our heads down in green. Yeah, Erdogan did everything he could to try to avoid a runoff, including having Twitter remove a bunch of messages from his opposition. And even so, he was not able to clinch the 50% majority required in his election to avoid the runoff. So I am optimistic things go well for Turkey in the near future. They had like an 89% voter turnout too. Like, people are not thrilled with the way things are going there and are actively working to try and see something better come of it. So that's good to hear. I think we're gonna grab some orange and some, let's get 2 yellow, 2 yellow frog lights. Okay. And we don't really need the sword right now. Let's put the sword up to make room for the orange. How many orange terracotta do we need? I think 2, maybe. Let's get more of that while we're here. Anything else we need to top off? Brown terracotta. More brown terracotta. Block of coal we can top off. So bringing some yellow terracotta up with us would probably make some sense. I'm not sure if we need all these whites right now. Yeah, we're gonna need them when we get up there. We got a ways to go yet. Let's go ahead and free up some of these lighter colored blocks. Let's grab some of the yellow terracotta too. Hey! Congrats on finding that lucky ancient debris there. No queen. Okay, so here we are. We're gonna bring the 2 orange up here and here. That's not orange. Or 2. So I finished the silo books this morning. I thought there were 5 books in the series. And apparently there were only 3. There's more coming out in the near future that's kind of like a related spin-off kind of thing. But like the main story has been told, which I wasn't expecting. I was like, huh, where's the author gonna take things from here? That's interesting. And then I go to find book 4. It's like, book 4 hasn't been released yet. I was like, what? So apparently the first book in the series started off as 5 novellas that got combined into 1 novel. So that was why, so for some reason I thought that there were 5 books in the well, that's the reason. That's the reason I misread that somehow and thought there were 5 books in the whole series. But like, nope, the first book was 5 novellas. And so then I read all 3 of the books. Okay. Wait, no, hold on. How am I doing this so wrong? I'm screwing this up again somehow. Hold on. Yep, those were the wrong place. No big problem, though. Easy fix. Okay. So let me make sure that I'm looking at this right. So we have a 3 gap. Yep, so this is where that yellow yep, okay. Did not parse that properly here. Wait. No, I'm still reading this wrong. Okay, so if I'm standing diagonally 2 up from there, that should be there. Okay, so I've gone up 1 too high on that, or no, I haven't. I'm over 1 too far. The orange, it looks like. This should be more, okay. This should be like a black terracotta. Wait. No, it shouldn't. Okay. Okay, so now I'm standing in here. Okay. And I think I want to make this... Okay, so... mushroom... and then... orange, and then... orange, and then light, and then light. And then... accidentally did that over too far is what it looks like. Okay. Yeah, actually, so we're gonna do a block of coal. Nope, that's too high up. The block of coal goes down here. Black terracotta, black terracotta. I'm gonna use yellow for this. For those two. And brown for these two. And then I think I want another mushroom block up here. I think I want an orange, actually. So we put the brown concrete here. Badger says, don't forget it's Cleo's birthday today. Could leave her some chaotic presents. Is it Cleo's... Oh. Is Cleo's birthday actually today? I didn't think it was. But maybe... That's the other reason I was like, why is everybody pushing me so hard on this thing? On this Cleo's birthday thing. But if it's actually... I thought people were like, we need to prepare for Cleo's upcoming birthday or something. And I'm like, y'all, calm down. Like, I'll need to double check that. Because that might be... If it is Cleo's birthday today, that's maybe slightly different. But I still wouldn't necessarily want to do whatever it was on camera. This is going to be a brown turn. Okay. Now, she said so yesterday on stream. Interesting. Interesting. I did not know that. Okay. Howdy, Pearl. appeal. Ad appeal. I didn't realize Pearl had joined the game. Twitch.tv/directory/phone. I was gonna say, I've actually got to catch up on editing. I feel like we accomplished a lot this morning. Impulse joined the game. Okay, I don't think they're live yet, though. Okay, well, I don't have to go anywhere, technically. Until, what do you call it? 11. So I've got 40 minutes. Let's do a hydration break. And since the other hermits aren't live yet, we're gonna do a hydration break so I can refill my drink. Let's see who we need to thank. Surf Rock requested lines. That's about 4 minutes. So I will put up that hydration break sign. And I will be right back. Where's that song? There we go. That's the wrong one.
To bring us all downtown. Power line to convey a certain brilliance, a telephone line to carry a voice, a metro line to bring us all downtown. Lines of connection, communication, not the borders of boundaries that slice and dice a nation. Divided by the chalk lines of disreputable history, past failures are laid out as we shrug with absent mystery. Those bodies left behind us while we amble on ahead, fearful of the wrong things from newspapers unread. Before I tell you what to do, or you try to tell me, let's all see what's been done and where we could have been. By knowing what's before us, the path might clear ahead, and focus on new obstacles uncharted by the dead. A power line from a gurgling turbine, a telephone line from a quiet room, a metro line from across the city. Maybe we'll all raise our glasses soon. They say across the fence line the grass is always butcherous, but we're not corralling cattle, fearing wranglers about the murders. When we look out past dividers, we're unsurprised to see more folks erecting fences, becoming detainees. Before I worry about
Green glass screen, placing blocks per hand, it's the hills extreme. Have you ever seen a yo's expand? Grown and shown up with your demands, yeah. Everybody subscribe, Sean Hills is here to promote his bro live. Placing blocks all over the place, all powered by a vegan with jump boost and haste. Brother, I'll watch him let's play and debate with Joe, all the views I'll say it. Binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe, go binge watch, 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 Joe, stream it, fill in your gaps, check live feeds and load up HermitCraft, watch it on any size screen, back it up to clone redstone machines just building with dry concrete powder, wetting it down for a much smoother towel. Cause on this tube there's only one server, the whitelist is closed so don't inquire further. Neighboring players compete on their stores. HermitCraft you love with improv rapport, you just binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe, go binge watch, 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 Joe, Joe. Viewers, you better click subscribe because today we're building that hype. Comment, your praises don't fail. Sean Hill's on a roll with HermitCraft details, singing out loud the way it should be sung with the Nashville sound that you like for fun. You know it's live now like a HermitCrafter. Read the description, tweet about it after. The hour of the Hermit is nigh. Churning out videos y'all will like. Binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe, go binge watch, 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 Joe, binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe, go binge watch, Joe, go binge watch, Joe, go binge watch, Joe, go binge watch, go binge watch, Joe.
Alrighty, welcome everybody back from our hydration break. Did the hydration break sign not go up? Ugh. I don't even know. Either way, we got a tip rolling in for 5 from Mary, who says, I am quite enjoying the bird song. Have a tip. Thank you very much, Mary. That's going to get us evenly to our next face camera expansion milestone. So here we go. It's time to expand Joe. Do. Yay, it's me. Alrighty. So, let's look at this now. We are not in frame on the camera over there, but we could be. There we go. When I checked this yesterday, we were 12 blocks up from that. Is that still the case? Did I add any layers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So, if we go from here up to where we are now, where's 12? Yep, okay, great. So this is right. So we're going to want to put black terracotta, mushroom block, brown, gray, terracotta, and then powder down here until here where we'll have, okay, actually, should probably go lay our heads down and dream because our elytra is about to break anyway. Dang it, we're about to have a bajillion mobs spawn. We didn't make it long enough, or fast enough. Yep, all the mobs are spawning. Let's grab our elytra. And we actually need to go repair our tools, it looks like. Hello, zombie. Okay, let's grab that netherite pick that we need to fix. Let's grab our looting sword. And let's swap out our elytra. And then head to the elytra fixing place. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. Dun 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 dun. So we'll put a marker in here to indicate that's when. Why is there concrete powder on the side of the screen? Oh, because the camera account was showing the part we were working on of our pixel art here. That's how I can tell where I'm standing in relation to the artwork, is with the camera account. But yeah, we'll go ahead and turn that off now that we're going through. Whoops, not that one. Did I make the camera bigger after I thanked Mary? I don't know if I did. Oh, well, either way. Expand. There we go. Yay, thank you again, Mary. Sorry, my brain, I'm like... I can tell I'm starting to be at the winding down point. This is not the portal. That's how, one of the ways I can tell this is not the winding down point. Lacosius says, would it be easier and faster using FreeCam and Lightmatica? Lacosius, I'm not sure how Lightmatica would be faster. Hey, welcome to Nisha. Glad you could join us. We are playing on the HermitCraft server, which unfortunately has a really laggy nether when you've got the mods installed I have. But we're going to get out of here imminently. So, like, I'm looking at a Photoshop document... Okay, I'm looking at a photo, basically. I've got a photo here that I'm looking at. I'm going to put that back up. So I'm looking at a photo that I matted over where the pit parts... Like, I basically said, okay, here's the outline of the pinball machine. I'm going to crop out everything, or mat out everything that's not inside of that, right? So that's not... That's not in Lightmatica. That's a photograph from the James Webb Space Telescope, right? So I'd still, even if I was using Lightmatica, I'd still have to eyeball the photo and figure out what blocks to use. And in terms of using FreeCam, the problem with FreeCam is I can't have it up on a second screen while I'm in first-person mode placing the blocks. I've got the camera thing because I can watch myself live placing the blocks and eyeball whether or not they're matching what do you call it? Whether or not they're matching the photo. Tanisha says, yeah, wouldn't you have to make a template first then build it again anyway? Yeah, I think you'd end up having to build a template in Lightmatica anyway. I think you're right, Tanisha. Yeah. It doesn't seem like it would be a rewarding process either. It seems like it would be more grunt work. Like right now, I'm just flying up there with an inventory full of blocks based on what the next few rows need, right? And I'm placing them. That seems like the fastest way to do it. Also, Badger, if you're still here, some of the hermits are talking about having a problem with 48,000 versus 44,000 for their, like, audio capture frequency or something. I don't know. Is there a reason to use 44 in particular instead of 48? Because most people were trying to use 48 but are having problems with it now. And I'm assuming that might be a Windows 11 thing or something that I'm gonna run into soon, but haven't. Although I was getting weird popping the other day on my recording, now that I'm thinking about it. So maybe I'm actually running the same problem, I just hadn't realized. 44 is the standard for CD. So why did they jump from 44 to 48? Is there any noticeable difference in quality? Because CD quality is generally considered pretty good. Digital audio. Is there a reason that 48 is intrinsically better for digital audio? Yeah, I think that's a bot. Thanks, Nola. Took care of it. Yeah, it's just weird that they would have... I understand the CD rate being completely arbitrary, but then them choosing 48 in particular as well. Because they're so close, it seems odd to have two different standards so similar. Like, why not make it more extremely different at that point? Like, but maybe I'm just... Okay. Somebody's yelling at his dog, so I'm going to turn that down. Killing the window mic for the time being. Ooh, what's this? Emerald Beacon. Took it down for the dragonfly. Okay. So much quieter now. Digital was never standardized in that way. Okay. Yeah, because it looks like... So Windows keeps changing the rate or the frequency for different stuff in the background. It's just very frustrating. Okay. Okay. So, we were up here-ish. And we got as far as that one. So if we hop down here, we want to know. So yeah, if I turn the camera back on, I'll show you. See, I can see with, I don't want free cam. I want to be able to see in real time where I'm standing constantly, right? So I can tell where I am in relation to the rest of the pixel art by seeing where I am right there. Okay. The tech guy for the Sioux Falls Hope Community Church says 44.1K is the CD standard because of historical reasons. 48K is evenly divisible by 2, which is nicer for computers. Gotcha. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so where are we standing now? We are standing... If I look at the camera here, I can tell we're standing 3 over and at this level here. Yes. So we're there. And the next point of interest we're going to hit in the Photoshop document is that there. So that's 5 over. Lacosia says there's a tool in development that can turn Blender models into Minecraft blocks, and if you have pictures from different angles, it tries to make it into a 3D shape as well. I can't remember what it's called. That wouldn't help me, though. So that's fine, Lacocious, but I like asking me why I'm not using it for this project when that has nothing to do with the inputs for this project is odd. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, then 6. We're gonna have a charcoal there. Okay. Then another 2 here. Though, but I'm not building this from... Okay, so the photographs of the galaxies I'm talking about, I don't want rendered in 3D. I'm literally putting a photograph on here. So being able to convert photographs to 3D models wouldn't help me with that part, with the deep field part. And in terms of the pinball machine itself, like, part of the exercise for me was measuring out all the dimensions and sketching it and things like that. Like, it, from an artistic and creative standpoint, would be, like, unless I wanted to add a step to make those 3D models myself, which is literally what I'm doing now. Actually, that's not adding a step, that's just duplicating a step. Instead of having one step where we build a 3D model based on my measurements, we'd have 2 steps where I'm building a 3D model. Like, it doesn't... I'm taking things that didn't exist in this context and completely recontextualizing them in a way that an automated tool that you're describing would not help me with. So that's the answer to your question of why I'm not using that tool is because it would not help me. And I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Don't know what you want from me on this one, buddy. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and continue building our 3D model of this pinball machine. So this is the brown terracotta. Let's go ahead and maybe put in another black one there. So we actually probably want to use the waxed exposed copper here. That's actually way pinker than usual there. We actually need a normal terracotta for a change. That doesn't happen very often. As you can see from that full stack in there. Ooh, that's actually maybe the block we should be using up there. Yeah, maybe we need an actual pink terracotta. Ooh, that's super rare for that to come up in this context. Okay. 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 Well, before we get back to the other stuff, okay, Badger, I think I understand the 44 versus 48 thing now, at least in terms of why it exists. Yeah, I don't know why Windows keeps switching things back to 44, we set to 48. But I would probably be willing to bet that if we tried switching them to 48 or 44 on purpose, they would probably switch to 48. They would probably just keep... It's probably something stupid like if you have multiple microphones or audio devices plugged into the computer, it randomly picks the first one it recognizes and resets a bunch of system settings to match that or something. Computers. Like, general purpose machines are great for general purposes, but when you're trying to get, like, one particular thing done, it's like, ugh, what a hassle. Let's look at this a little bit more clearly there. Okay. So we are standing on the level here. And so then I think I don't think we do this right. If we're gonna have that one there, I think we actually want this here. And then we want gray terracotta here. Here. We want a brown terracotta there. All the way to here. Salem points out, when you plan on only doing something once, finding a way to automate it takes more time than doing everything manually. Yeah, exactly. Like, as a developer for years, a big part of my job was determining where to waste or where it would be a waste of time to automate something versus where it was a waste of time to not automate something. And a lot of that depends on how much you're going to be doing that process over and over again. Okay. Whoops, that was one too low here. Like, we're only building one pinball machine. If I was doing something like Vintage Beef, where I was like, I'm going to do a series of pinball machines this season, then... Okay, well, I'm getting a text from the paralegal at my attorney's office saying they just sent something over. Badger, we had talked about having a call in about 8 minutes to look at all that anyway. So they sent over something new for us to look at, too. So, just, if you want to, if you're still feeling up for doing that, let's go ahead. I should be wrapping up the stream. So we're going to go ahead and do last call for tips. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. We are 20 away from our next face camera expansion milestone. And if everything looks good, go ahead and sign. Let me know if we need to make corrections. Okay. So, let's see. Okay. Well, let's give that. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do mushroom block here, brown concrete there. Oops, that's not brown concrete. I am definitely getting tired. Mushroom block, brown concrete. I think we probably want like an one of these, then one of these. That actually might be better as a, yeah. Is that gray? That should be a gray terracotta down there. Now that I'm looking at it, for the get the contrast closer to right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. So we are gonna be working on this much brighter segment here. We've got bright galaxy on this side and a bright galaxy over on that side. When we resume our work, we're gonna have some nice big spaces up there. Let's fly out and see how our progress looks in the distance. We're gonna go ahead and kill the feed from the Elgato. Oops, that's my camera. Kill the feed from the Elgato and Photoshop. Yeah, this is definitely coming together. Why don't we log out over... Well, actually... Yeah, let's grab some rockets and then log out over by the new button. Okay. So thank you for joining me for this 2.5-hour stream. I had a lot of fun. We got a lot done. Let's chill here for a minute. And it's still on 2. Okay. So, let's see. Since none of the other hermits are live... It looks like... Is this a Minecraft stream? It says it's a Minecraft stream, but... Oh, wow. It's just... Yeah, that was a weird thumbnail. We're going to go ahead and raid Kendrasite, who actually raided us the other day. When you get over there, our raid message is, howdy y'all, Joe Hill's raid here. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. This was a lot of fun. Very excited about all this progress. And so until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Do-do-do-do.